lots of risk, lots of reward if you pull it off correctly. But I think Chris Steele is... Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first.
Wait a minute, Ben. Ricky Morton's come out here. Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. Ben Throckmorton was about to get some introduction. Welcome to North American Championship Wrestling.
You see, I'm about fed up to hear bull crap. Now, you see, last week, since all of you are in a pack, and you stick together, it took all of you. You put a young kid in the hospital for about 6 to 8 weeks. Now, after that, if I have anything to say about it or anything to do with it, tonight, one of you are not going to walk out of this building. Because next week, I want all of you to know that next week, myself and my tag team partner, Buff the Stuff Bagwell, he will be back. And we will defend our titles no matter what you say or do about it. Now, June the 7th in Newland, North Carolina, fans, get your tickets now because we're going to have Battlecade. Understand, win, lose, or draw, one thing you to know when you leave that building, that you got your butt kicked. Now, you want respect from Ricky Morton? Well, you're going to have to earn your respect. So now, tonight, one of y'all show me which one of y'all want respect. Because I put you a promise, Bubba. Tonight, right here in this ring, one of you, with all the rest of you, is going to face me. All right. You got it, buddy. Yeah, we are doing all of you standing together. Understand, I'm not going to leave this ring till the rest of you go back, but this man right here can have himself a match.
Ricky Morton. Morton, you are a pathetic individual. When I look at you, I see a pathetic man. And when you're away from all these sweat hogs cheering your name and holding signs up that talks about how they love Ricky Morton. When you're away from them and you go home at night and you look in that mirror, you see the same thing I see, and that is a pathetic individual. Battlecade, Newland, North Carolina, you and Bonehead Bagwell will not survive. There's simply no way you will survive, Battlecade. Why? Because you know, and Bonehead Bagwells knows, you're not on the same level as Scott Powers and Chris Gibb. You are not on the same level as the Lost Souls and Reverend Slim. And Ricky Morton, on your best day, you're not in the same league as the profile Rick Stone. If by chance you win Battlecade and some fairy tale ending, you win that $5,000 and you win a title shot against Rick Stone, you won't have to worry. You're not going to have to worry about telling people how you paid your dues, about eating cheese crackers and laying in the back seat of your car. because you're going to be laying in the same stinking hospital as that snot-nosed punk Danny Dollar sucking soup through a straw. You're going to get your wish tonight because you're going to face Scott Powers tonight.
All right, calm down, brother.
Tonight.
Well, welcome back to North American Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first. He weighs in tonight at 228 pounds and hails from Spartanburg, South Carolina. He is the big dog, Deon Johnson. His opponent tonight, ladies and gentlemen, one half of the main attraction. He's accompanied to the ring by Tony Cicero and Mr. Business, Scott Powers. He is Mr. Pleasure, Chris Steele.
Ben Throckmorton, guys, a great hour of pro wrestling ahead of us. First off, we've got the big dog, Deon Johnson from Spartanburg, South Carolina, taking on one half of the main attraction, Chris Steele. Helmut Hessler, welcome back to North American Championship Wrestling.
Thanks, Kevin. It's good to be back here. Always exciting wrestling here, North American Championship Wrestling. I tell you, this Chris Steele, is he not the former heavyweight champion?
Tag team champion, right.
Tag team champ, yeah.
And the big dog, Deon Johnson here, an up-and-coming superstar. Ben, a lot of stuff, a lot of bad blood, and they're all pointing towards Battlecade. Tell us, what are some of the highlights of Battlecade?
Absolutely. What a wild and woolly start to this edition of North American Championship Wrestling. Absolutely unbelievable. And all the competitors you saw up there are going to be in Newland, North Carolina, Saturday night, June the 7th for Battlecade 2003. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. This weekend, this Saturday night, the place to be is the Avery County High School because I tell you what, with Ricky Morton, Buff Bagwell, the main attraction, all these people, you got the Lost Souls, the roof's going to come off of the Avery County High School this weekend.
That benefits the Avery Roatan Club as well, Ben. And Helmut Hessler, we saw big dog Deon Johnson with a sliding baseball kick into Scott Powers. And now a quick right hand onto Chris Steele. And we saw a press slam from the big dog Deon Johnson. Helmut Hessler, you got to like what you see in the ring here.
Anytime I see Bishop like that, that is exciting. It did look a little illegal in that aspect, though. This guy, this Steele, I'm excited to see him. I've heard big things about him.
Ben, leave it to a guy like Helmut Hessler. He's always going to focus on the guys that aren't the most popular guys.
Absolutely. As we talked about last week, Kevin, you may or may not like their tactics, but I tell you what, they're effective, very effective. The main attraction, they hold victories over the Rock and Roll Express, multiple victories. And what they, Perry James, Rick Stone, and Tony Cicero did here last week to Danny Dollar, in my opinion, calls for immediate expulsion from North American Championship Wrestling.
I think that may have to go before the North Carolina Wrestling Commission and Commissioner Al Mandel, a guy you've run afoul of many times, Helmut Hessler.
Been thrown out of the league several times with that man. He's vicious.
And Ben, the hijinks that these guys have done, that kind of stuff won't be tolerated in North American Championship Wrestling, but it will be tolerated in Battlecade.
Absolutely. Battlecade, it'll be 2 men. We have 10 men. 2 of those names will be drawn at random to start as Scott Powers here dropping elbows on the outside while Chris Steele keeps the referee distracted.
What are some stipulations here?
Battlecade, it'll be 10 men. Every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes, excuse me, all this excitement has got me confused here, but every 3 minutes, another name will be drawn to enter the fray. We could wind up with all 10 men in the ring fighting. The only way you can be eliminated from the Battlecade is either by pinfall, submission, or being thrown over the top to the floor.
What does the winner get?
The winner is going to receive $5,000 first prize. Also, a shot at the North American Heavyweight Championship, currently held by none other than the profile Rick Stone.
A very controversial profile Rick Stone. And it looks like the big dog Deon Johnson, Chris Steele, went for a headbutt to no effect. In fact, it hurt himself. And now Helmut Hessler looks like Chris Steele's in a little bit of trouble.
No, a true athlete like this, I'm sure he'll bounce back strong. Is this true? I hear main attraction, 3-time former champions here.
Absolutely.
you know, manager of champs is Big Tony also. I mean,
they've beaten the Rock and Roll Express. They've beaten the who's who in pro wrestling, as we see the big dog Deon Johnson going up top. And looks like Chris Steele playing a little possum. And Helmut Hessler, you got to watch out for the other guys. You got to watch out for Tony Cicero. You got to watch out for Scott Power. Looks like we're going to have some type of a superplex here from Deon Johnson and Chris Steele.
High impact maneuver here, lots of risk, lots of reward if you pull it off correctly. But I think Chris Steele has hurt his own shoulder.
You know, guys like this, three-time champions, seasoned veterans in the ring. This is where I'm seeing clearly two tag team people working strong together. High maneuver like that, taking a big man over the top. Wow.
You know, Helmut, you've been a tag team wrestler. You've had tag team partners out there. You know sometimes you can lead these guys run. Oh, look at this step over. Looks like a modified STF.
As I said, seasoned veterans here. Look at the moves these guys are using. Back and forth wrestling.
I haven't seen moves like that since Lou Thez and Mark Fleming.
There's absolutely no doubt that the main attraction are fantastic technical wrestlers, but they will stoop to anything to win a match. And also, number one in their mind, preeminent, I believe, is to defeat Ricky Morton and Buff Bagwell. They came out here last week with the idea that they were going to injure Ricky Morton.
And they did.
I think allowing them an advantage when they face Morton and Bagwell for the tag team titles in Denver, North Carolina on June 21st.
Well, guys, injuring is good wrestling. That's part of it. Maiming and destroying your opponent, taking a, you know, what I'm seeing here is how they're working a body part. They're punishing his leg. How can he defend himself when he's got a hurt body part? I'm loving what I'm seeing with these guys, main attraction.
Ben, was it just me, or did it seem like there may have been a little dissension in the Tony Cicero, Perry James world? Looked like there may have been a power struggle. Looks like there was no sense of order or chain of command there.
Well, I didn't see anybody upset by what happened, but obviously Perry James pulled the trigger there, which is...
he called the shot.
Which is unusual to me, exactly.
He was the only one that was upset. Look at Chris Steele now, gets the Deon Johnson.
Again, just awesome teamwork. Well into knowing that these guys were former champions. Guys, getting back to Battlecade, I got to ask you something. This is where 10 men go in as singles. So a tag team could possibly be against each other in the championship?
Absolutely. Main attraction could be the first two draws. Would put them in the ring man-to-man for 3 minutes till the next person draw.
Or the Lost Souls. Or Tommy Gunn and the Black Angels.
Or Buff and Ricky Morton.
That's exciting just thinking about it.
Look at Chris Steele. He's a guy, high energy, high risk, high flyer. He's on top of the turnbuckle. Look at that drop kick, missile drop kick on the big dog Deon Johnson. That could be it. But I think he's taking way too much time in trying to go for the pinfall submission here, or the pinfall cover. Only a count of 2.
It's a testament to the courage and the stamina of the big dog Deon Johnson, who is a very accomplished professional in his own right, having wrestled all over the southeastern United States, here in North American Championship Wrestling, trying to make a name for himself.
Again, Chris Steele going up, high-risk maneuver, and here comes Deon Johnson. Looks like he's going to have a little bit of a press slam, and he throws Chris Steele right out of the turn, off the turnbuckle. That's got to hurt the lower back.
Guys, is this true? These are main attraction. They defeated the Rock and Roll twice, not
3
one.
times.
3 times. This is incredible.
Absolutely, they have defeated the Rock and Roll Express on 3 different occasions, which is quite a feat.
High back body drop from Deon Johnson, goes Chris Steele. This is a time that I think the big dog Deon Johnson really has to keep in mind that Scott Powers and Tony Cicero are on the outside. He can't lose sight of that.
I can tell you, I have never seen Ricky Morton as incensed.
And as soon as I say that, there's Tony Cicero grabbing the feet of the big dog Deon Johnson.
What kind of glasses are you wearing here?
Gargoyles.
He obviously tripped him. Come on.
He truly tripped on those big shoes he's wearing, guys. That was obviously the power when he threw him into those
Look at this maneuver here from Chris Steele. Wow, what a pinning combination. Let's get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the fall in the match, Mr. Pleasure, Chris Steele.